And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's 8. Let's go! On time! Sakurai, let's go, man! And we can't hear anything. What the heck?
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate
Very
from
cool.
Sora Limited. We'll be using today's showcase to give you a first look at our next DLC fighter. Actually, hardly anyone knows what we'll be announcing today, even among Nintendo staff worldwide.
They don't? Wow.
The development team and other stakeholders have been working on this fighter with the utmost secrecy.
Wow, yeah.
Which means other Nintendo staff around the globe will only start making preparations for release after the showcase has been
Really?
launched. So it won't be available right away. Please understand.
Wait,
that it'll
I'm
take a little
watching
time.
something, sorry.
I think even many Nintendo employees will be surprised to see this and
No,
say,
he's not.
"Wow, really?" So, let's all share in the fun of getting our hands on the latest information.
Let's go, man. I'm ready.
However, even if you say, "That's not the character I was picturing," I hope you don't have any hard feelings.
He's addressing that. Wow.
Prepared a
Okay,
fighter
okay,
reveal
okay,
video.
Sakurai,
Once
okay,
it starts,
okay.
I think you'll figure out who it is pretty quickly.
Let's see,
Now,
let's see.
let's do this.
Here we go! Oh my gosh, here we go. Here we go. Let's see it. Here we go, guys. It's Byleth! It's Byleth! It's Byleth! Wait, it's Byleth! Wow! It's actually Byleth! Wow!
Unleash the forbidden spell of Zaharat.
It's actually Byleth! Wait, what? Wow! I didn't think it'd be Byleth. It's actually Byleth. Wow. Honestly, I don't think anyone saw that coming. Wow. Wow! It's actually Byleth. I can't.
Into
Wow.
an enemy's trap.
I'm just shocked just because I didn't see that coming. Wow. Because I thought it'd be like
in time,
from characters
our hearts and minds
from
will cease to be.
not really related to
Are you
Nintendo too
prepared
much.
to die?
It's actually Byleth.
I
Wow.
thought as much. I also do not wish to die. And yet,
No, people are losing their minds right now.
there is no other
Dang.
choice.
It's time to
You
smash.
must join Smash.
Ah, I was right. Wow.
Join Smash, brother.
Ah, she got the invite.
What in the world are you waiting for?
Wow. Another Fire Emblem cat. Wow. Byleth joins Smash House. What the heck?
Joining Smash consumes even the darkness itself.
Wow. He's. Oh, they're playing the theme in the background. Dude, look at that, man. Man, wow, I'm honestly shocked. Like, a part of me is kind of shocked just because I did not think
And sooner than expected.
that was
I
quick.
see.
Wow.
Too many swordsmen, are there?
Oh, they're in. What the what?
You wield the sword as well? What will you do?
Oh, the female, but yeah, the female Byleth.
So that is how you plan to win the day? So
How?
good. I reward your cleverness this time.
Wait, what? Wait, what? She's all of. I'm not sure what those are, so I can't.
This?
I don't know what those are because I haven't fully played the game entirely. Wait, the beginning. Byleth recruits Byleth. Oh, okay. So like the female Byleth then. Wait, but isn't that like a skin though?
Of anyone, you should be able to handle the hero's relics.
Oh, okay. Again, I didn't know what those were, so that's why.
Arid fire, strike with superior reach.
They addressed too many swordsmen by adding in different
Using
weapons.
Nier's
Wow.
Overwhelming power. Unleash the blinding speed of Failnaught. Along with the sword of the creator, each weapon matches a direction.
This new rendition of Into the Dawn, or the song. I mean, I don't know why I'm forgetting the name of it. But...
Your will and mine be now.
Oh, the final smash. Let's see.
to you. Both sides of time are revealed.
Wait, it's not like Morgana, kinda.
Show the world.
So Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Fire Emblem 3 houses. Man! So it wasn't Dante, it really was Byleth. I didn't think it'd be Byleth. Honestly, I didn't. What the heck? Honestly, I didn't think it'd be Byleth. It's actually Byleth.
Yes, there you have it. Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses is joining the battle. Fire Emblem Three Houses was released just last summer, so
It
it's
was.
still very new.
Yeah,
Even
that's
so,
the thing,
you'll soon
wow.
be able to play as them in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
I know people are gonna be
This
saying,
release
really
is
another
planned for
Fire Emblem
January
character?
28th. You'll have instant access if you have the Super Smash Bros.
Wait, January
Ultimate
28th?
Pass.
That's
And it
this
will
month,
also
it's
be
not in
able to
February?
purchase individually.
Well, no, it said before February, so.
In
Okay.
case you're not familiar with Fire Emblem or Three Houses, I'll explain a few things, so don't worry. First
it's at the
off,
end of this
what
month,
is
so-
Fire Emblem? It's really hard to pronounce in Japanese. The producer said it's okay if I just say Fire Emblem. But when writing it, if you don't write Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem police will come and get you, so please be careful. The series' first entry launched in Japan on the Famicom in 1990.
Dude, I was just so shocked
You
that
could
they
say
put
it
in
was a
another
pioneer in
Fire
the
Emblem
genre
character.
of
I
tactical
didn't,
role-playing
honestly, I didn't think
You
it'd be
might be
Byleth.
wondering
but-
what makes it
It's
particularly
Byleth.
tactical. Well, it's tactical in that it
And
simulates
plus, like,
combat.
the game just came
You
out,
can think
like,
of it
so
as
soon, so
moving
it's like,
pieces in a board game.
yeah.
Or in other words, a game in which you advance units across a grid and battle. When we talk about tactical games of that era, there were lots of ones in which you command tanks, aircrafts, and so on. But Fire Emblem was unique because each unit was a specific character, sort of like in role-playing games.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Plus, something made it stand out from other Nintendo products. Characters could permanently die.
Yeah, they could, yeah.
That's pretty direct language though, so perhaps we should just say they're sleeping with the fishes.
Keeping them
But
PG.
really, if a character fell in battle, you'd lose that unit. They'd be gone and you couldn't use them again. Recent entries in the series maintain this concept of permadeath to some degree in classic mode and what have you. But a lot of games now allow strategic withdrawals, so to speak.
Yeah, pretty much.
In the older games, your units would really be gone, never to be
Yeah,
mentioned
like, never
again.
to come back.
Scary. The game's stories are told like chronicles of war, with increasingly distinct characters and engrossing scenarios. Several characters also appear in the Super Smash Bros. Series, and 6 of the 7 can use a counterattack. It's their down special. There's actually a reason for this. When I was considering how to incorporate Fire Emblem fighters into Super Smash Bros. Melee, I thought it might be interesting to reflect the turn-based nature of the original game. First comes your opponent's turn. They attack and you counter. Next comes your turn.
Wait, so it's like a turn base for Byleth, then, or?
And now, Fire Emblem Three Houses is the 17th game in the series.
Wow, that's a lot of games.
People who aren't Japanese in particular might be thinking, 17 games? There are that many?
I mean, FF.
Well, if you include
No,
Fire Emblem
Final
Heroes
Fantasy
in the remakes,
games.
but you don't include the Satellaview game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE, and Fire Emblem Warriors, then it comes out to 17 games.
Wow.
Let's try saying them in the Fire Emblem Can You Say It challenge. I'll give it a try.
Fire Emblem Mystery. Oh man, that's a lot of games. Whoa. Binding Blade, Blazing Blade, Sacred Stones, Path to Radiance, Radiant Dawn, Shadow Dragon, Mystery of the Emblem, Awakening, Fate Heroes of Valencia, Three
17.
Houses. Wait, he did like a weird dab thing again, like
So
with the.
you saw how I was
the
counting
thing.
in a weird way, right?
Yeah, you
I
were.
was counting in binary.
Oh.
This is 0. Fold this here and you get 1, and then you get 2, then 2 plus 1 equals 3. So this will be 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you get 16. Add 1 and you get 17.
Wow, it was a mystery code. It actually. Dude, Sakurai's nuts,
You can
man.
actually count.
He
up
is nuts. He,
31
like
in one
all the
hand.
like secret subtle hinting through his literal
And if you use
fingerings.
both
What?
hands, you can count all the way up to 1023.
Dang.
If you've given up counting the knots in a tatami mat, you could always give it a go. What is Fire Emblem Three Houses?
Oh yeah, the main theme.
In Japanese, the male version of the main character is called Bereto and the female version is called Beresu, but in English they share the same name, Byleth. Byleth becomes a professor who ends up leading one of 3 academic houses.
Yeah.
Once you've chosen a house, you guide them through their school life and, well, you end up fighting the other houses. After a certain incident, 5 years pass, and you meet up with your grown-up students to battle against the other houses in their regions. It's a very sad game in which your former allies become enemies, turn hostile, and try to kill you. To understand the concept of Fire Emblem Three Houses, I played an early version of the game before its release.
Oh.
I've done the same thing before, with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example.
Oh wow. Okay, cool.
Because I couldn't wait until launch to experience it, or we'd have never made it in time.
You
For
couldn't
that
wait.
title, I borrowed an early version of the game for 2 days,
Oh.
ran around all the areas,
No.
saw the ending,
You
and
couldn't wait.
realized for the first time,
Or like, he could wait, but he had to get the character
Wild
design for the
Princess
game.
Zelda
You
as
know?
a fighter. I did the same this time, but with there being 3 houses and multiple endings, it was really hard to get a feel for it.
I can imagine.
And of course, there weren't any walkthroughs I could reference.
Yeah, there wasn't, man. Wait, so he decided even before the game came out to add them into the
The game
game?
has multiple routes, and the outcome of each is very different. Your experience will vary depending on the route you choose, and many of the characters you meet will adopt
So was
different
T
roles
though,
in the story.
man.
I'll try to avoid spoilers when I'm talking about the fighter. I hope you'll understand. Before my demonstration, I should point out that when I did the Terry Bogard showcase video, I mentioned that it was recorded a month in advance. But
Wow.
this time, we have to account for the holidays and such, so we're filming 2 months in advance of this video's release. Right now, it's actually November. Therefore, some of what I'm about to show you might differ a bit from the finished version. As always, I'm using a special in-game camera and such for demonstration purposes. Here I go.
Okay, let's see. A part of a Challenger Pack 5 Byleth.
So, this is our new fighter, Byleth.
Or Byleth, I mean.
Sadly, they're lacking in mobility. It's maybe a bit better than Robin's, but that's about all you can say for them. Throws are not their strong point either. Their grab lacks range. But actually, you could say that they're distance demon. The hero's relic they use changes depending on the direction you input with the stick. Each of the hero's relics
okay.
is a weapon that appears in Fire Emblem Three Houses. They look like bones, and there's a reason for that. First, let's talk about the weapon Byleth uses for upward inputs, the Sword of the Creator. The Sword of the Creator here is Byleth's default weapon. They use it for flurry attacks and tilt attacks, such as down tilt attacks, where it takes the form of a whip.
Dang.
They also use the sword for dash attacks and other moves. For their up smash attack, they'll whip the sword upward to launch enemies in the air.
Dang. Sheesh.
For their up air attack, they'll wave the whip sword overhead. The hit detection for this attack lasts for a relatively long time. The up special move is really something. The sword extends like this, allowing you to do things like this.
Dang. Wow.
It was
it's kinda like
pretty
a-
terrifying
an up
how I
grab?
knocked him into the air with that
Kinda?
attack. And in addition,
Dang. Wow.
you can do awful things like this.
Oh, just like freaking Joker's a grappling hook.
That said, you'll launch opponents upward until their damage reaches a certain percentage. Exceed that percentage and you'll need to be careful. You may find it helpful to mid-air dodge. I've already shown this, but you can also use it to latch onto edges.
Just
So
like Joker's
that's the up
grappling
special.
hook.
Now, for the sideways inputs. This is Erdvar, the same name as the weapon from Celtic mythology. First, we'll go through the forward and back air attacks. As you can see, they have a long reach. Like so.
Dude, I still
Marked
find
air
it,
attack
you know,
gives
like
opponents
just
a check
crazy
to
how it's Byleth. I honestly didn't believe he'd be a Fire Emblem character, just because it's
If
really
Byleth
related
does
to
the same
Nintendo.
thing, you'd win out, so you
I thought
should
a lot
be
of the
able to beat it.
characters in the Fighters Past, or
Next,
in
the side
our
smash attack.
first Fighters
This
Past,
also has a long
would be
range.
like characters
It'll
outside of
connect
Nintendo,
even
or like
here.
really not associated with Nintendo too much. I kind of thought. Guess I'm wrong though.
Also, if you add an upward tilt, it will be stronger. And if you've knocked an opponent down, the side attack won't hit unless you add a downward tilt to aim for them. By the way, the tip of the lance is more powerful.
Oh,
The shaft part is weaker, so it's not suited to close combat. It won't deal much damage,
Oh,
and it
okay.
won't launch opponents far. That's why, as a rule, you want to hit with the blade part aimed upward, or downward in this case. Next, the side special move.
an upward
Byleth will
swing with
simply
extreme
swing the lance like
reach.
this, but again, it has excellent reach. For example,
Dang.
even when your opponent is at this distance, it'll still hit. Actually, you can do a smash attack to charge forward a little.
You can, wow. Okay.
But as you'd expect, it can be easily shielded, so be careful. Use it in midair and you'll carve up a large area.
Jeesh.
Returning to the side air attacks from earlier, they have great horizontal reach, but they lack verticality. So this complements it well, although you'll be vulnerable when you land. Now, for the downward inputs. For these, Byleth will use an axe called Emir. It's named after a weapon that appears in Ugaritic myth. First, the down air attack. It really is strong. You can try for a meteor effect with this attack.
Wow.
Next is the down smash attack. A heavy swing of the axe back and forth. As you can see, it has a great deal of launch power.
Yeah, so
for
Byleth
the down
is
special.
really like a Metroid,
Byleth
Samus
channels all their
S character
energy
kind
into
of, where like
devastating
slow
strike.
movements, but hard
It's a
hits,
bold
you know.
move, similar to the Falcon Punch, but here's what makes it different.
Oh, so.
When readying the move, there's a super armor effect,
Oh, yeah. Saw
which
that.
allows you to withstand an attack. Just so you know, if you execute a Falcon Punch at about the same time,
Oh, wow! It's stronger than the Falco Punch. What the heck?
it's a bit slower than the Falcon Punch, but due to the super armor effect, you have the advantage. Unless you get grabbed.
Ah.
Another notable aspect is that it lets you pass through platforms. While you're charging up, you can breeze past platforms like this to reach a lower area. It won't let you jump, but you could use
Wait,
it as a
so you can-
surprise attack.
I kind of get how that works. Wait, so
Also,
you can
you
like
can
fall
turn
through
around
the
during the
floor. Oh, you can? That's
The
cool.
swing takes a while. So if an opponent runs behind you during the move,
Yeah, this is a very
quickly change
slow-moving
direction.
character in terms of like its speed,
Even though it can be hard to land a hit with this move, it can be really effective when used against a group of opponents.
Jeesh, man.
Plus, even if you fail to land a direct hit, any opponents on the ground nearby will still be launched a little.
But you know what? That
as
one
if the
rumor
Quake
I
move
heard
round
about
launches them.
the character for the Fighter 5 being very close to Nintendo already.
By the way, earlier
Yeah,
I
it's
talked a
confirmed.
little bit about the
So-
other Fire Emblem characters' moves. I don't recommend using this down special against fighters from the Fire Emblem series, because you'll just get loads of counters. It hits with that much power in a single attack. Counters can actually multiply the power of blocked attacks, and using easily anticipated attacks like this could just get you hit by counter after counter.
Okay.
Next, we have the neutral moves. The bow you use is called Fail Not, which shares
Fail
its
Not.
name with the bow from the Knights of the Round Table. It
Oh,
only
does it?
appears in a
Okay.
few neutral moves. You've got the neutral air attack. This attack is similar to a move of Pit's and other fighters like him. It
Hey,
lets you
you're right.
spin the weapon around. It's also easy to create certain combos with it. And with the neutral special, you'll let loose an arrow.
You will.
It seems pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah, pretty much, I
But
guess.
there are
yeah.
a few noteworthy aspects to this bow. First, the biggest difference between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready. You can't release it partway through the charge, so when it does fire, the arrow travels at high speed.
Oh,
It's
wow.
also very powerful.
Yeah, he's a very
That said,
So pretty much
you
okay,
can still
just kind of
cancel out
like
of the
overall, he's a
stance
very
using shield
slow character in speed, but has like major.
You can also change direction
strength,
while in the
so.
stance. It works up until this point.
He
but
really is like a Donkey Kong,
holding the button.
Samus, kind of regularly type
unleash
character in terms of like his weight,
a
speed.
powerful arrow that looks like a beam of light. You can perform this move by keeping the button held down. You charge up power like so, charge a bit more, and then fire. But again, you'll need to take care when using this move. For one, when you've powered up the move to its max, there's no way to cancel out of it. Not even with the shield button. In other words, you're committed to firing it. So you see, a situation like this is pretty terrible.
Yeah, pretty bad. So yeah, be careful.
Once you've entered the stance, you won't be able to do anything,
Sheesh.
which means it's quite the risky attack to use against fighters who have a move with a reflector effect. But you could always just aim into the fray, as it is, after all, a long-range move, letting you deal a sudden blow to opponents. So you need to think carefully when using this projectile weapon. Byleth's final smash is called Progenitor God Ruptured Heaven. In the original game, there's a move called Ruptured Heaven. This is an enhanced version. As you can see, you team up with the mysterious Sothis and launch an attack together. Now, let's talk about the color variations. It's set up so that the default and odd-numbered color variations are male, while the even-numbered ones are female.
Oh,
However, the third, fourth, and fifth
Wow,
colors are,
what?
as you can see,
they all look like
reminiscent
the
of
other
house leaders.
students.
Those of you who played the original game will of course understand what I'm referring to. The sixth color is based on Sothis, who you just saw earlier. And the seventh and eighth variations have a different hair color, which is based on something that
Yeah,
occurs
I know that's in
course
the
of
game, the
original
green
game
hair.
story.
I don't know why
Didn't we
or
see
how,
this
but
variation in the final
yeah.
smash?
Greet our new stage, Greg Mark Monastery.
Next, I'll introduce the stage. For this one, we of course tried to recreate the place where you spend most of the game, Garreg Mach Monastery. This is how Garreg Mach Monastery is laid out in the original game. From these, we chose to have it cycle through the marketplace, reception hall, bridge, and cathedral, all in one stage. It's the type of stage that rotates through different areas, such as these four.
What? Everyone. Wow.
Let me introduce each of the guests that appear in these four areas.
Everyone. See, like,
The first area is the marketplace.
I'll talk about this after. I'll talk
I
about
think
this
this
after.
is where a lot of people come to do their
After the
shopping.
whole thing, so you know.
The guests that appear here are students of the Blue Lion's house, Dimitri, Dedu, and Ingrid. Not Dimitri, Dudu, or Ingrid. Their names are a bit difficult to say. They're largely from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Since it's a kingdom, that means they have a monarchy. For that reason, I guess you could say Dimitri's the future king. He had quite a difficult life and may or may not end up with just one eye. He's an unfortunate
You
one.
spoiled it! Sakurai, come on, don't
There
spoil
are
it.
vendors
Don't
on
spoil
either
it. See,
side.
that's one thing I do know about the
In the
game.
original game, these are important booths where you buy all sorts of things, but
Even though I don't even care
here
too
you
much
can
about
break
the
them,
story
you see.
too much, but you know.
if you do break them, the
You can
stores
actually
will expand
break
to the
them,
left
man.
and right. I wonder where people will buy their supplies now. And in the background, you can see the gatekeeper. You often pass through this area in Fire Emblem 3 houses, and you end up talking to him a lot. Moving through these areas is possible thanks to this mysterious platform. Just when it seems like you've come to a stop,
I go to a new place? Oh.
you'll come crashing back down. You've broken through the ceiling and slammed into the building. And the guests in the reception hall
It's
are
Edelgard.
Edelgard, Dorothea, and Petra of the Black Eagles. Take note, it's not spelled Edelgard. They're
Oh,
from
it's
the
not?
Adrestian Empire, and as such, they embrace their military might. Edelgard is one of the characters who is central to the conflict.
Yeah.
Depending on the path you take, she'll go through some terrible ordeals. You'll notice there are prominent chandeliers above the stage. It's possible to knock them down.
Wow. Just like in the Smash kind of stadium ring.
However, Byleth can't actually reach it, even though it's their stage.
Wow, really?
You can reach it with other fighters, though.
See,
So, it's nice
It's
if you can
kinda
work
like-
your way up there by getting
is
lucky,
the stage
being
tournament
launched up,
legal?
or
No.
perhaps by using another fighter as a stepping stone. There we go.
Oh,
I made
okay.
it.
Yeah, it's
And
kind
you
of
can
crazy
knock it
how
down.
like Byleth or Byleth can't like make it up there, you know, like on
Also,
their
you
own,
can break
but,
this table.
yeah.
Like so. Just like the sign that reads Fudin Kazan in the Suzaku Castle stage, it can break if you launch the opponent into it at close range. Next up, the bridge. The camera rotates 90 degrees, creating this long area. It's
People
very
right
wide
now.
It's similar to the bridge of Elden stage. The guests are from the Golden Deer, Claude,
Again, I
Hilda,
won't say
and
anything
Lauren.
until the whole
They
thing
belong
is
to the
done,
Leicester
but-
Alliance.
Yeah. I'll try taking it by
Because it's an
itself,
alliance
I'll
of
try.
many noble families, you could say that they have a wide assortment of members. And Claude is the sharpest of the bunch. Incidentally, both Claude and Hilda are the names of characters that appear in Genealogy of the Holy War, the 4th title in the Fire Emblem series. I guess once you've reached the 17th game and are creating 40 characters for each new entry, you're bound to get a bit of name overlap. The
Yeah,
naming
pretty much,
process
yeah.
must be tough. Hey, it looks like the Pegasus Knight is busy training. As for the bridge's design, it's just a long pathway, plain and simple. You can expect plenty of blows to be exchanged at the edges of the screen. You could also say it's a place where the fail knot really shines, and in this sense, I think it suits the Golden Deer perfectly. The last area is the cathedral, only with some platforms you can pass through. The guests appearing in the cathedral are Sedith, Flane, and Rhea.
Hey, rare.
There's Sedith, who appears to have an extremely strong bond with his sister, Flane. She seems to be under the protection of him and Rhea, who you can see fighting during the opening of Fire Emblem Three Houses.
I know something's messed up with Rhea, as far as I
All
can
three
tell.
have character quirks related to their true identities. I feel that Flame might be saying shush at this point, so I'll leave it at that. This is a simple area of the stage. All it has are these platforms. Being the last area, it may be a place where some intense battles will be waged. It'll cycle through each location in about 2.5 minutes.
Let's see Byleth in action. We just did though, so
Okay, today we'll have a
Right,
tag team
okay.
battle in Squad
Why
Strike
not?
with the DLC team pitted against Fire Emblem protagonists from throughout the ages. That'll give us precisely 5 players per side. Alright, here we go, Joker. Joker!
wait, what? Joker, what?
And Hero!
No, Hero, why? Why are you doing this? What?
Gee, we really made a lot, huh? Banjo! By now, I think you know what I'm doing. But
Just trying to
basically,
win to get
I'm
the
trying
Byleth?
to defeat all 5 opponents with
On
just
your
the Professor
own?
here. But as expected, it's going to be a pretty tough battle, so I'm using anything I can get my hands on. It's not going to land that easily. Uh-oh, this is bad. Bennigan's. I better keep my distance. I'll use this chance to attack. Got him. That's scary. He's invincible for a moment here. Lots of explosives. Ouch. He perfect shielded that, huh? Good one.
Anyway,
If I do this, or like so. No anti-air, huh?
no anti-air?
There, the soccer ball connected. Good. There's Mom. You're in a good spot, Mom. Ah, I shouldn't have taken that. Gardevoir. Well, I guess no one uses projectiles. At this point, it doesn't matter if Gardevoir's there or not.
Now,
I feel like
one
the
thing I do
enemy
want to
might
say
get
though,
this smash.
correct me if I'm wrong,
See? They got it.
but
We
Corrin
mustn't give up.
was originally added to Smash to promote their
I
game,
can't waste
right?
this chance.
Again, I'm not saying that's the case here. I'm not. I'm really
There's another
not.
smash ball.
But the only
Yes,
reason
got
why
it.
I kind of have this kind of
Now,
thought in my head of, wait,
What are you
could that
charging up for?
possibly be the case is just because he said he played the game before it even came
There's
out,
still more.
showing that he already had plans to
Wow.
include it in there. Again, I'm not
Go on,
saying
you can
that,
take the
but
hammer,
I am kind of
but it's
curious
mine.
if that could
Although
be
I'm
a
scared I might get
possibility.
hit with a counter in this state. I hit him.
Just a little curious, though.
I was trying to fight using Byleth's abilities alone, but what matters is that I won. Good game.
Yeah, I guess.
It can be fun to play like this, especially in tag team, so I think it's a good idea to try imposing different types of challenges on yourself. The end.
Song collection.
Now,
Let's see.
about the additional music. Since it's from the Fire Emblem series, we'll be adding each of the new tracks to all the Fire Emblem stages. There are already a lot of Fire Emblem tracks in the game. Our
Sorry.
selection this time has been made taking those existing tracks into consideration. 11 songs are being added.
Okay, okay.
This includes an arrangement of the main theme in both Japanese and English.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the
I
theme
hope
is
you'll enjoy these
crazy.
as well.
So, yeah, it was called the intro.
We're also adding in a new spirit board. It includes the house leaders among some of the other popular
Yeah, I was about to
characters.
say, like, wasn't Edelgard already a spirit?
Sothis is Legend class. Also, there's a new classic mode route, a heroic legacy, which is designed to let you enjoy classic Fire Emblem stages from throughout the series' history.
Oh, wow.
The final battle is against Master Hand and Crazy Hand, but you'll find that something pretty amusing happens, so look forward to that.
Okay.
Now for the Mii Fighter costumes.
Mii Fighter.
Please take a look.
Let's see. I'm assuming they're all like Fire Emblem based, but yeah. Assassin's Creed! Oh, never mind, I'm a liar. Altair, I mean. Kinda looks like Assassin's Creed though, but... Rabbits! They actually put the rabbits in. Mega Man! I don't even know why you really need Mega Man just because he's already a character, but... Again, Mega Man Battle Network. Really? I thought there already was a Mii costume like already for Mega Man 2. I guess I was wrong. Wait, Cuphead. Wait, Cuphead. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, no way. Wait. Oh, okay. I was about to say, I was like, wait, Cuphead's a fighter? Okay, no. It's a Mii costume that looks heavily like an actual fighter. But okay. I was about to say though, I was like for real, I was legit about to say, I was like, what? Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. I'll get the Cuphead one.
This time, we're releasing a Cuphead costume.
Just like Sans.
And for those of you who purchased the Cuphead costume, an additional song will be added.
Just like Sans.
It's called Floral Fury, and it's the theme he made when fighting Cagney Carnation. I hope you enjoy these as well. After purchasing a costume, I recommend using the sharing feature. If someone has created a Mii fighter, you can play using the costume it's wearing
Sans.
immediately after you download it. And now, onto the amiibo.
Amiibo, okay. Wait, we saw those already, right? I
The
thought
color
we did.
palette for Dark Samus looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Dark Samus and Richter are planned for
tomorrow.
release on Friday, January 17th.
Okay, cool. Cool. Firefighters join the fight.
そして今回
Yep, they
And
did
now,
it. All
with the
five.
addition of Byleth, the Fighters Pass is finally complete. The lineup was Joker, Hero, Banjo and Kazooie, Terry Bogard, and Byleth. From more than 70 fighters, only 5 have been added. But I must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience. And since the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on.
I still feel like
There
overall
really were a
Joker
lot
was
of
like
new
the biggest
mechanics, weren't
surprise to me.
When we add a new fighter, we don't simply make their attacks or their movements a little different. Instead, we try to offer you a whole new style of play.
Yeah, they do. Like, Sakurai really does.
As I stated, we'll continue to release more DLC fighters down the line.
Yeah.
I had thought that 1 or 2 might suffice, but, well, have a look.
Okay, let's see. Wait, what? Let's see. Let's see. Even more fighters in development? How many? How many? 7, 8, 9, 10. A new fighters pass. 11. We had 6? What? 6 new fighters.
Looks like there will be 1 more fighter than last time.
Wow.
For this reason,
Okay,
we will be
okay.
releasing the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass Volume 2.
Volume 2
Pre-purchase on the date shown, so please keep an eye out.
on January
And now
20th.
that it's
Okay, I'll buy
official,
it.
we intend to move ahead with development. Of course, like last time, the contents will remain unknown for now, and I'm personally very sorry that we have to release Fighters Pass Volume 2 when the details have yet to be revealed. Like last time, I'd be very grateful if, despite that, you would understand why and purchase it. Furthermore, the new additions have already been decided.
Oh, okay, okay.
Even if I receive many requests regarding potential candidates on Twitter, I'm afraid it
Twitter.
would be very hard to consider them.
I mean, he's addressing it.
But I still hope you'll look forward to it. We're also including a bonus with Fighters Pass Volume 2. Last time, it was a Rex costume. But this time, here's what we have.
This, okay, let's see. Link. Breath of the Wild Link. Okay.
It's a Mii Fighter costume for Mii Sword Fighter, the ancient soldier gear from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Oh, okay.
This will not be for sale individually, so it can only be acquired as part of Fighters Pass Volume 2.
Lastly,
It's been reported that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the highest selling fighting game in the world.
yeah, it was.
Personally, I don't know if it counts as simply a fighting game, but I guess it's seen as a fighting game around the world. Seems like Street Fighter 2 was in the lead for a while, but now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has surpassed it in total sales.
And by the way, he just confirmed that he doesn't see it as a
However,
fighting
I'm
game,
not
so
sure if this is accurate.
yeah, it's confirmed. So.
There were 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, or 6 to 7 if we really want to get into the weeds. Plus, there's the arcade versions and the 25 ports to other systems, so I don't know if that's been accounted for. Also, I don't know if that really qualifies as one game. It's up for discussion. So, who knows? But when it comes to a single piece of software, it seems like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is number 1. Although, I still don't know if it can really be called just a fighting game.
Again, he's confirming it. He doesn't see it as a
I
fighting game.
feel like it's
you know?
become more than a fighting game, some sort of celebration of gaming or something else entirely.
Yeah, pretty much. I guess so.
Also, I feel a deep attachment to the 5 DLC fighters. The first Fighters Pass just wrapped up, but it was decided that there will be more DLC,
Yeah.
which means no breaks for me.
Come on,
I
give
plan
this
to
man a
keep
break.
working hard, so I hope you can continue to support us. That's it. Thank you.
See you, Sakurai. And that's it. That was the final fighter in the Fighter's Pass. Now, man, that dab. Or like the kind of like weird kind of like sigil signing dab. Now, my thoughts. Was it the I'll say this. If you like having him in Smash, or having like Byleth, I mean, in Smash, that's totally fine. Again, Byleth, it just wasn't my, like, Dante, Byleth, I at the very least, I'll say this. Byleth wasn't my cup of tea in terms of like having like a fighter in the Fighter's Pass, but like, I feel like what they should have done, they should have announced Byleth as like one of the first fighters in the Fighter's Pass, or Fighter's Pass 1. And maybe like ended off the Fighter's Pass with like Banjo or Joker. I felt like that would have worked out way better, in my opinion, but yeah. Yeah, with that though, but yeah, like the internet right now, oh my. The internet is not too happy. And it's like, yeah. I saw the internet right now, the reaction to Byleth in Smash, and they were like, what? But the one thing I will say though, Cuphead, that he's in Smash, so that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I'll definitely get him. And 6 new fighters. That's totally cool too. That is totally cool too. And you know what? I guess with that, I can end the stream off here. That's about it. Final fighter for Fighters Pack Volume 1 is Byleth. Oh wait, did Sakurai actually make that finger pose? Wait. Oh my, wait, what? Did Sakurai actually make that finger pose? I'm seeing a finger pose that he just did. And I don't believe it. Wait a minute. I don't believe that. Hold the phone. Wait a minute. I don't believe that. I do not believe he made that pose. Unless I actually am. Or like, unless it actually happened. Honestly, keeping it kind of real, like, if I'm gonna be honest, I honestly feel like the Cuphead costume and the music track was more exciting. A little bit more, just because I enjoy Cuphead as a game more. Personally, to me, I think that was more interesting. A little bit. In terms of, like, characters being in Smash you could play with. I get, okay, yeah. So overall, like I just said, everyone's saying, see, it's like, I don't want to say it just to be kind of respectful of the people that like Byleth in the game. Like, I wouldn't want to say I played a good amount of Fire Emblem Three Houses. It just wasn't my cup of tea. But, yeah. With that, though, I guess I'll end the stream off here. Overall, it was fun to watch. And, yeah. With that, I guess I'll end the stream off here. And I'll see you all later, okay? Have a great, awesome, and amazing day. And like I literally just said, I'll catch y'all later, okay? Peace.